Tinubu declares nationwide security emergency. Circular Road, Makinde capped project at 150 meter in developed areas. And then this one says, Senate in intense debate over rising insecurity. More of this on Conversation right now with Tola and Bimbo. You're welcome. Conversation.
Another edition of Conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. Yes, Conversation is the program. My name is Bimbo Akombi, and yes, we all know that conversation has to do with us giving you stories, dishing out stories, making the rounds across the country, beyond the shores of the country, and we making our own analysis and views known, not the corporate views of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. And yes, allowing you to give your own opinions on these stories that we will dish out, and yes, your own opinions too on Oluyole FM 98.5 in Ibadan, and of course networking with Okeogun 96.3 FM, Alaga and Agility 92.1 FM, Gambari, Ogbomoso. And of course you can reach us on Facebook, BCUS TV. No one beats the rich. And like I said, stories making the rounds. I have so many stories here. Well, I have the Tribune, we have the Tribune and the Punch newspapers here, and of course a story that is so, spectacular here, so glaring, so important, is right in front of me, staring me straight in the face, staring at me straight in the face. That is talking about insecurity here. Yes, insecurity. We all know all what has happened in the past few weeks, talking about insecurity in some states of the Federation. Yes, talking about kidnappings, abductions, killer others, killings, and all those criminal activities. Yes, and it has been bothering Nigerians. It has been bothering the government. It even bothered the United States of America and some other neighbors outside the country. And it was then that, President Donald Trump of the United States gave a threat that the country would intervene in the crisis-ridden country, talking about insecurity. And yes, Nigeria was prodded. The Nigerian government was prodded into taking some actions, but at the same time, these actions were being thwarted by some criminal elements again. I believe some top-notch criminals, politicians, people in government, yes, trying to thwart the efforts of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, Tola, President Tinubu has declared a nationwide security emergency, and he gave some instructions there. He has ordered armed forces, the police, to recruit more personnel. He has called on the National Assembly to review laws that will allow states requiring state police to establish them. Number one, that order for armed forces and police to recruit more personnel, is it one of those long-term solutions to what you have always been saying on this program? Then number two, calling on National Assembly to review laws that will allow states requiring state police to establish them. So they are now realizing that some states, or even all states in Nigeria, should have a state policing system.
Bimbo, state police will never work as long as things remain as they are. Bimbo, as long as we keep on introducing politics into everything, as long as we remain unserious about ending this problem. Now, he has declared a nationwide security emergency, talking about Mr. President. That nationwide security emergency, does it also include ruling out the so-called non-kinetic measures? Does it also mean that we will end the practice of inviting terrorists to sit with us at table? The government inviting terrorists to government house for dinner and for lunch, and negotiating with them as if they were negotiating with registered trade unions. It was all over the place yesterday, the terrorists that abducted the Kebbi schoolgirls, making fun of the government and gloating. And a video came out where the terrorists were taunting the girls, saying that your government has negotiated with us, they have no means to rescue you. Right there, and to show you that the level of confidence that these people have, confidence instilled in them by the same government that says it is declaring a nationwide security emergency. Are they also going to include that aspect in their so-called security emergency? And I'm not impressed. All these things he has rolled out is the usuals. Nothing that we have not heard before. Political statements. Probably not. Now, those who abducted those Kebbi schoolgirls, remember, the Niger school children, they are still in captivity. Now, those who abducted those Kebbi school, they are still there. They've not melted into the bush after achieving what they wanted to achieve, after collecting whatever they wanted to collect from the government. They are still right there, and all we can do is to wait until the next incident happens, like I always say. Because they are going to strike again, and we're not going to be able to do anything about it. So that's why I said state police is a nullity as long as things continue this way. Now, it says here, the southern governors, national rulers, they met, I think in Ogun State, to discuss this matter of security. But you can see from the picture speak here the level of unseriousness on the part of these governors. Now, something as serious as this, Kilondu no Bimbo. Look at this picture. They wore really? And you are serious about discussing security. So what is the essence of this? I mean, I don't see any seriousness on their faces. Even this picture speak what it depicts here on serious elements.
Yes.
Coming together and wearing Ashwebi.
I support you.
Is this a political? Is it a political rally? We cannot divorce politics from everything we do. So For me, it's just another guide, another jamboree to give the people an impression that they are serious. But like I always say, I've been saying it in the past few days, Nigerians are not stupid. If Nigerians were stupid before, they are no longer stupid. So they know that this is just another jamboree. And until I see concrete action, until I see that terrorists are no longer invited to table the same way you would invite registered trade unions. The moment the government starts recognizing terrorists as registered unions, as registered associations, that is the body language. And like I said yesterday, they are giving us the impression that we must live with this thing, that there is no way out. The current police strength of the Nigerian police is enough. Even the police alone is enough to deal with this problem if we remove politics from everything we are doing.
Yes, I believe so. And
are you telling me that the combined Nigerian Army, Navy, Air Force, police
and even
are incapable of dealing with these elements?
And even the local vigilantes.
The local vigilantes.
Yes.
They should look among themselves. They should, each of these governors should look inside their babariga for where the problem is.
And yes, like you said, see them, wearing abitiaja and
I see they are going to a party.
Well, now federal government is said they will support. Yes, I said they will support governments who set up security outfits. Now the federal government is realizing that.
Oh, really?
That they will support them.
When them so long?
When Amotekun was about to be set up, they gave the Southwest governments problems before it was eventually set up, and some other outfits in the other zones of the country. Now, DSS to deploy forest guards to flush out terrorists. Is it the DSS that should deploy forest guards to flush out terrorists?
DSS deploying
forest guards.
Okay.
What has the forest guards, the DSS, has to do with their forest guards? I don't understand. This government, we don't know. With due respect, you are taking us for fools, and Nigerians are not fools.
Maybe the DSS will be supplying the forest guards the necessary intelligence, but then I think I just say it should be the other way around. Maybe the DSS has the necessary technical know-how, but local intelligence gathering, and that should be the purview of the forest guards. They know the terrain, they know the various areas where these people are operating, and the federal government also. The president should also tell us that among these measures is rolling out as part of the security emergency should also be the fishing out of moles within the rank and file and the high command of the military and the police, the ones who are collaborating with these people. And then he should also tell us that he will also be looking amongst his own friends too, his fellow politicians, the major root of the problem that the authorities have refused repeatedly to address. Those known financiers, they must be crippled. Even if the law, even if for one reason or the other you feel they're untouchable and the law cannot catch up with them, but then they can be crippled. Their sources of finances can be frozen. I mean, if the government can so brazenly freeze the finances funding little businesses during the End SARS protests, saying that these young ones who have their businesses simply because they supply them drinks and bottled water to people protesting on the streets, they froze many of those little businesses, saying that they were sponsoring terrorism. Of course, they refer to End SARS protesters as terrorists. So if you can freeze those little businesses, so the big time ones that are financing the cutthroats and the true murderers, you should be able to do that as well. So that's why I said I'm not impressed. All he has rolled out this morning are rhetorics, things we have heard before, like I said.
Yes.
And we both know, and as long as they keep saying the same things over and over again, then nothing concrete is going to come out of it. Like I said, the daughters of the KB school girls are there, they are gloating. They've not run away, Bimbo. One would even think that, okay, you negotiated the release of those girls, fine, any means to get those girls out alive from the clutches of the terrorists. But now, I feel the terrorists, by now, they should be feeling exposed, they'll be feeling vulnerable. So immediately, they're taking whatever they want to take, although the government says they didn't take anything. But immediately they've taken whatever they want to take, maybe as ransom. the normal thing would have been for them to disappear, to melt into the bushes, to melt into the forest, or to melt out of Nigeria for the time being. But no, of course, they are gloating and they are boasting that the government cannot do anything to them, and then probably waiting to strike again.
Yes. And what do you think about this? The president also asked mosques and churches in vulnerable areas, they should seek security protection when they gather.
They always sought protection. They never answer them. We hear these stories, Bimbo.
Yes.
Benue, Plateau, when these attacks happen, and calls we made to the security agencies, attacks that last for hours, and at the end of the day, the security agencies refuse to show up, and the usual excuses come up. The terrain is bad.
Yes.
We cannot be everywhere at the same time. But when
we are on top of the situation.
But when these worship centers and communities want to take their destiny in their hands to protect themselves, then the security agencies are quick to show up through the same terrain that was so bad that they could not stop the criminals from attacking. So they come and they say that they must not take the law into their hands. They stop them from defending themselves. So we have stories from Kwara State at Oluyole, where it was said that though the DSS denied, they said it never happened, that they said the vigilante groups were disarmed and stopped from protecting themselves and the community.
Yes.
So are those the same people you are asking them to seek protection from? That's why I'm saying that the Mr. President is not yet addressing the root, or maybe clandestinely or covertly is addressing all these that I'm reading out this morning. But then, like I said, these are the surface matters that he's reading out, and we've heard it before. We are tired of hearing the same thing over and over again.
In a rare departure from what President Tinubu is asking for, apart from declaring a nationwide security emergency and ordering armed forces, police to recruit more personnel, these are long-term solutions to the issue. How many weeks or months will they recruit? How many weeks or months will they train?
And the killings continue.
Yes.
While they are busy, while they are still training.
Yes. Now, several senators and House of Representatives members criticized the federal government for negotiating with bandits for the release of hostages seized in separate attacks in Kwara and Kebbi State. Don't they know about this? These senators and House of Representative members,
their children are not here.
They know about it, so they should not just be talking and saying that they are now saying that negotiating with bandits for the release of hostages seized, they are not supporting it. I believe that they knew about it already, so they should just stop talking about that issue. They demanded a halt to the negotiations with the terrorists and punishment for the official who ordered the withdrawal of troops from the Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School, Maga, Kebbi State, where 24 students were kidnapped on November 17.
Also, we will never know who those ones are. The ones that whoever gave that command for the soldiers to be withdrawn from protecting that school. Those who are supposed to be protecting that school, who are supposed to be protecting the road to that school. We will never know who those ones are.
But actually, they are demanding a probe into the probe and then sanctions against the commander who withdrew troops before the Kebbi school girls kidnapped.
Bimbo, that shouldn't take so long. This is common sense, Bimbo. Those soldiers were answerable to someone while they were there. They have a commander. They have an immediate boss.
Yes.
I'm not talking about the colonel or the general who is probably the overall boss in that axis, in that theater of operations, but they have an immediate boss. So if maybe the immediate boss is a major or even a lieutenant, and it will be known. So if they ask him that what happened, why were your men withdrawn, he would also say that I was ordered by so. Those soldiers cannot just pack their bags and baggage. They dare not and leave that place without someone ordering them to do so. And they're making it look as if they have to start a probe. They have to start set up a committee, a panel. It's a matter of 1 + 1 is equal to 2. But it's as simple as that.
Yes.
But because it has been happening before, and nothing has come out of it.
Yes.
Chibok, remember Chibok? Chibok also a big international embarrassment. But till today, soldiers that were withdrawn on the way to those girls' school in Chibok, just before the attack, no one has ever been made to answer that question, that why were those soldiers withdrawn. The same thing happened there. But unfortunately, because now it came at a time that the Americans were threatening to come in guns blazing to protect Christians, according to them, that have been attacked in Nigeria. So this is why we're having all this noise. And the government, well, I think they are very clever with these things. As time goes on, something else will happen. It may not be in the realm of insecurity, so that Nigerians again will look away and forget and then move on. So until the next attack happens, then we'll now start reminding ourselves, oh, by the way, just as we are remembering Chibok now.
Yes. Now you said something now. You said they feel they are clever. I believe they are not clever at all. They are not clever. Now, still talking about insecurity and Boko Haram, Idris Wasi, he was former deputy speaker of the House of Representatives, is disclosing that suspected Boko Haram members and other criminal elements had been discovered on the recruitment list of the Nigerian Army and Police. And well, he made the disclosure during a special plenary on the state of security in the country. And Wase, an All Progressives Congress lawmaker representing Wase Federal Constituency in Plateau State, warned that the infiltration of security institutions by criminally minded individuals poses a major threat to national security. Well, this one looks it looks somehow to me. And well, Wase cautioned against reckless endorsements of candidates for military and police recruitments, stressing that only credible and trustworthy persons should be recommended. Okay, fine. How do we recognize all those who are not criminally minded? How do the government recognize all those who are worthy, trustworthy to be recruited into the army and the police?
That's easy, Bimbo. It's called screening, a thorough screening. And of course, you have your records, your personal record, your life records. It used to be very thorough in those days. And you remember when you are going into the military armed forces in those days, those that would endorse you must be people of integrity in society, high top-ranking civil servants or high-ranking military personnel, well-known and well-respected. So the process, but I guess things have changed now, and that's why they are saying that they shouldn't have just anybody being recruited into the armed forces.
But my point is, how find a Boko Haram member or a criminal might be a member of that, that sect, that organization, but maybe he is educated. Yes, he had all his records and all his, credentials and as people that will sign for him, but he is still a Boko Haram member.
Yeah, that's why I said things have changed. In those days, he is not likely to make it. He would not even get near the recruitment centers, because things used to be very thorough in those days. And even if he makes it through, even if he scales through, in time, he will be discovered and would be shown the way out, if not sent to jail for life. But like I said, I guess things have changed now. I guess all that might have changed now. But the Senate has also been debating rising insecurity, and they are moving to classify kidnapping as terrorism. And they are proposing death penalty for kidnappers. They are demanding probe sanctions against commander who will do troops before Kebbi schools kidnap. Why is the presidency so embarrassingly silent on this, on the matter of this commander? That's the point. That's what I'm asking. So if you are without signature while security emergency, these are the things that emergency should be addressing.
Yes, but this is not the first issue talking about why the commander withdrew troops 30 minutes before the kidnappers came. You remember one issue that happened, I think was it in Sambisa Forest, when one commander, 7 battalion or so, ordered the troops to come out from the forest in the night. The leader of that battalion said they should stay in this village. They were in a village, that they will stay there before they leave in the morning. And the commander tried to tell him, order him on radio, through radio message, that he should come with his troops. At the end of the day, they were led into an ambush and they killed
Lured.
Yes.
It's simple, but the commander lured them into the hands of their enemies. Yeah, that was exactly what happened. And Governor Pebble of Edo State has also held a security meeting. He's beefing up surveillance along highways, communities in Edo. And okay, we have a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Oyo State Golden Jubilee. Now, it's good 50 years since the creation of Oyo State, 1976 to 2026. Such great strides and monumental achievements, expansive economic development that has confirmed Oyo State as a pace setter indeed, infrastructural revolution, socio-cultural transformation, reinforced security and enduring peace, harmonious religious cooperation and collaboration, health, educational and agricultural reforms that has brought life more abundant to all citizens, beneficial and responsible governance in a new political agenda, first of its kind. We have reasons to celebrate. Let's give great kudos to our visionary and dynamic governor, Engineer Oluyole, FNSC, for the renewal of Oyo State, making us proud even at 50. Further details of events in the Oyo State Golden Jubilee program shall be announced later. This announcement comes from the chairman, Oyo State Golden Jubilee Committee, Honorable Said Akadefijabi, and members. Rejoice, Engineer Oluyole, the Golden Governor, and all good people of Oyo State, as we celebrate this Golden Jubilee of Oyo State, the pace setter state.
Any motor way you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no, for your engine, no. Make it mobile, oh, make it mobile. Anywhere you dey, your motor deserve to be number one, yo. Make it mobile, oh, make it mobile. You carry the go, make everybody join me, say, make it mobile.
Make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
Well, we're back, and the program is still Conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM. But the southern governors, they also, they never miss the opportunity, do they? They pass the vote of confidence on President Bola Tinubu. And I guess they also had time to remember 2027. That's why the seriousness of the situation we are in. So they also had time to discuss politics, because if they didn't discuss politics, why would they be saying they are passing a vote of confidence? And it's not a vote of confidence in his ability to secure the nation. Probably a vote of confidence in his continuity as president of this country. And I guess maybe that was what the meeting was supposed to be all about.
Yes, that was what I'm trying to say.
But then it would have been embarrassing if they put that on the top burner.
Yes, so they just used the insecurity situation of the country, to just introduce the vote of confidence issue. Now, this one says, still talking insecurity now. A member representing Bogo Aguara Federal Constituency of Niger State in the National Assembly, Honorable Jafaru Mohammed Ali, on Wednesday raised the alarm that the Kanji National Park, once a hub of Nigeria's wildlife and tourism, is now a stronghold of terrorists, and demanded military assistance to save the constituency from the daily activities of banditry. Yes, all along. Now, this reps member is now talking. He had known, I am sure he had known all this all along, and other people around that area must have been noticing some activities in the Kanji National Park. We used to do it in Kanji National Park. Then, yes, tourism was a hub of tourism. Yes. Well, while addressing newsmen after the House adopted his motion under matters of urgent public importance, the lawmaker also asked President Tinubu to intervene before the crisis escalates.
Well, Bimbo, what he's saying is not new. Virtually every day to serve across this country, even in the south, they've become home to terrorists. to killers, to kidnappers. So it's not new. Talk about Wawa Games Reserve, Yankari Games Reserve,
even the Oyo National Park.
Even the old Oyo National Park.
Oyo National Park.
They've all, and I'm always pained, but my heart bleeds anytime I watch this particular channel on they call it Nat Geo World on cable television, and I watch this channel and I see the huge money some of these African countries huge revenue they must be making
yes,
from their vast games reserve, from their vast wildlife parks. South Africa, Kenya, even troubled Uganda,
even Ethiopia.
Even Ethiopia. And then you see these white people, these foreigners, they come around holiday time. They come to these games reserve to look at the animals, to look at wildlife. The researchers from all over the world, they come, and
the press come.
And those researchers, they do not. It's as if they come for free. They pay something to those countries to be allowed to carry out that research. But we have all those things here, even more than all those countries. But hey, what are we doing with ours? We have made them the enclave, we've made them the hiding place for killers and cutthroats from all over West Africa that we have invited, visa on arrival. So we have allowed them. So when they come, we tell them to settle there. And of course, our country, because of the complacent nature of our government to these things, our country has become the choice destination, like I always say, for these terrorists. And they make their homes in those reserves we are talking about. So like I said, my heart bleeds. When I think of what we could have done with all those areas, and then we are more bothered with pleasing some people who want to drive their animals into your farms, like I always say over and over again, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, and then kill you if you dare to complain.
Tola, when we were young, you remember the Yankari Games Reserve?
Yeah, I mentioned it, Yankari.
Yes, Yankari
Wawa Games Reserve. I'm even afraid for the Obudu Cattle Ranch in Cross River, because I learned that it's no longer what it used to be from the reports I'm getting from that place. What it used to be, especially in the days of Donald Duke, that governor who on record is still one of Nigeria's best governors. Remember when he left office, and the EFCC did an assessment of all the governors that ruled along with him, state governors that ruled along with him under that particular dispensation, under that particular republic. He was the only one who came off with a clean bill of health. They gave him a clean bill of health. And of course, the records of what he did, he brought Cross River out of the woods.
Yes.
At that time, Donald Duke.
Yes, Donald Duke.
So I understand that cattle ranch is no more what it used to be. That is fast becoming a shadow of itself. And I'm afraid, if it's not already happening, I'm afraid that that place too may soon be home to these elements we are talking about.
You know, some governors, they have some focuses when they come into office. Some will face health, some will face road construction, some will face tourism, like Donald Duke now. He faced tourism. Yes, and he did well.
Calabar Carnival.
Yes, Calabar Carnival, yes.
Oh, God bless him wherever he is. On Cocoa Rebirth, your government approves 3.03 billion rejuvenation project. Well, Governor Makinde has been very, very determined about reviving cocoa trade.
Especially, let's say, the agricultural sector, agribusiness.
Also on Circular Road.
Circular Road, yes.
Okay, Governor Makinde caps project at 150 meters in developed areas.
There have been hues and cries by people affected by the 500-meter, gap that had earlier been alleged to have been, considered for that project. Now, I think he has reduced it to 150 meters.
It says 150 meters will not be exceeded in already developed areas. And I talk about the governor listening to the cries of the people now. Our state governor, Seyi Makinde, has reassured house owners along the Circular Road corridor of his administration's commitment to fairness, transparency, and due compensation in ongoing construction activities within the zone. The governor gave the assurance on Wednesday while addressing affected house owners and leaders of community associations, including demolition victims, within the designated setback areas of the project. Makinde emphasized that his government remains accountable to the people who elected him and will not abandon critical infrastructure projects for future administrations to inherit. He said the government will not exceed the 150 meters in already developed areas. And while quoting the governor now, we installed this government, and if for over the past 6+ years this government did not fail you, it means we will still not fail you, he said. When most governors get to this point in office, they stop executing major projects because they are about to leave. But that only transfers problems to the next administration. He explained that parts of the Circular Road project fall directly within built-up areas, noting that many homes were already erected on the designated road alignment before construction began. He added that compensation had been paid to legitimately affected owners in sections where work has progressed. Governor Makinde outlined the 3 segments of the 110-kilometer road, noting that the 32-kilometer stretch from the Technical University to the Ibadan-Ife Road at Badeku is nearing completion. Within the next 3 months, we should be done with that segment. We face similar challenges there too, as some people's bedrooms were already on the road, he said. So regarding the matter of compensation, I also think just like the governor deemed it fit to personally go to those people to go and see them, I think he should also personally monitor the disbursement of compensations to make sure that the right thing is done, to make sure that the process is indeed fair and transparent. Well, one of the issues that are being raised by these people. So just like he has gone to them now with a listing here, and he went to them, listened to them, and gave them certain assurances. So I think he should also, in person, monitor the disbursement of compensations.
Yes, he should monitor the executive governor. He should monitor personally. And well, I am thinking, I don't know whether he will compensate all of them. You know, some people might be there that do not acquire their COO's certificate of occupancy. We don't know whether that one will be.
The government, well, I think we'll be dealing with legitimate owners, but then even for those ones too, maybe, I guess the authority would also have something to do about them, their case on compassionate grounds. Okay.
I have this one still from Oyo State here in Ibadan. This kind of incident that happened, I think it happened last year, killing of a kid, a shooting of a kid, I think inside a car then. A kid that was, the father was the
one that was said to have committed a traffic offense.
Traffic offense, yes. And because his kids were going for an exam and they were late, he did not want to go, and he just faced traffic and
and all the policeman on duty could think of was to open fire.
Yes,
on the vehicle.
In a crowded area. Now, a yet to be identified Chugapi policeman again has allegedly shot a teenager identified simply as DMX dead in the Alakia area of Ibadan, Oyo State, the same area.
The same Alakia.
Alakia. And well, Punch Metro learned that the incident occurred on Tuesday after an altercation between the officer and the deceased victim. And a source familiar, well, I think this, yes, a source familiar with the matter told the Punch on Wednesday that the disagreement escalated, thereby prompting the policeman, yes, to just ring out a shot. And well, the DMX guy was now rushed to the hospital, and I believe it was a wound, but he did not survive the gunshot wound.
Probably bled to death.
Yes.
And possibly, maybe the hospital refused to treat him. You know, many of them are always weird when it comes to treating gunshot victims.
Well, I don't know whether the police authorities are aware of this, but I know they will be aware of this, and I am sure they will try to investigate what really happened.
Proper investigation must be conducted.
Yes.
And well, Well, the young man is dead now, but then, well, never argue with the man who carries the gun.
Yes.
You don't know his state of mind. You don't know his mental state of mind. Even in advanced crimes, they will also tell you not to argue unnecessarily. The man carrying the gun, especially if you are seeing that the one with the gun is becoming increasingly aggressive. This also happens even in the advanced crimes.
Yes, but like you said,
extrajudicial killings.
Niger Confra, one anti-cultism advocacy group, Niger Confra, they said, like you said, that he suffered a delayed medical intervention.
Even after payment at the hospital.
Yes. Payment was made for blood, as he was already losing a lot of blood. However, his friends claim that delays and negligence from the hospital, even after payment, contributed to his death.
Bimbo, the police are going to get to the root of this. I don't know if you are seeing what I'm seeing here. DMX father is reportedly a high-ranking
police officer.
So, I think that policeman has carried the tree branch with the beehive, with the honey beehive. Let's have another commercial break. When we are back, we'll open the phone lines.
èyíkéyìí ọkọ̀ tó bá ń wà. ó nílò ààbò tó péye. máa dágunlá jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile. kíbikíbi tó bá wà ló fún ojúlówó. ó yá sọ pé. jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile. mobile ní ìṣúlẹ̀ ọjọ́. jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mobile. lọ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó. Move.
Boy, I beg you get change. I won't give customer.
I don't get to. Get First Money Merchant POS. Let customers pay with cards and never miss a sale. Don't let no change cost you sales. With First Money Merchant POS, enjoy fast payments, instant settlement, and secure transactions. Visit any First Bank branch or sign up on www.firstbanknigeria.com/get your POS to get yours today. First Bank, you first.
Conversation.
All right, we're back, and the program is still Conversation on Oluyole 98.5 FM.
Now, still talking about the shootings before we go to some to the lines for people to make calls. The shooting has come amid growing public concern over the conduct of security operatives, especially the police, including excessive use of force. That means maybe it has been on for a long time. That allegation has been on for a long time and nobody has been saying anything. And now a second one relating to the earlier one that I mentioned has come up now.
So this time it's the son of a police officer.
Yes.
So, well, I guess that means that no one is insulated from the activities of irresponsible and trigger-happy police officers. All right, we have our first caller here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Dr. Ayela Bugo calling from Lanlate.
Good to have you, sir.
In fact, we used to say that governor had the loss of the masses at the back of his mind. And he displayed that yesterday when he engaged in dialogue rather than confrontation to the people, the people of the circular road. You know, that's a good development. He went there, he discussed with them, he dialogued with them, and they reached a compromise. That is what is expected of a good leader. And I believe Oyo State should continue to work stronger. Now, about the policeman who fired and killed the man, it's not good at all. Our security apparatus, they should not be looking or taking advantage of having guns. But the fact remains, don't argue with a person with gun. And you see the highest matter of the point of the matter, they will cover their uniform with either singlet or wear another to cover theirs. And I used to say, let the CP order. Why should the policeman on the road cover his identity? It's not good enough. Let people see the identity. Let's see their name. Let's see their number. When you come to Ogun here, you see them on the road, they will cover their clothes with another cloth, their uniform with another cloth. And they should take a step on this. We should be able to identify them so that if anything go wrong, we'll be able to pinpoint to the person who did the menage. Thank you, Dr. Ailabogo from Lanlake.
All right, thank you, Dr. Ailabogo.
08055009850 or 07055551985. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Akanji and
Teriba.
The other friend of mine.
Mr. Teriba.
Teriba, Tola. I want to disagree with you about the assessment of the governors coming in Babangida.
Okay.
We have been clamoring for state police because the local hunters know the terrain. Let's forget about their outfit, but their intention is what we should encourage. And if we have any contribution as to how the state police will work out, let's give it to them. Don't let us give them any reason to back out. In fact, I like it, despite their party differences, they are able to come out quickly. So let's support them so that the state police team will work out. The influx of these people in our area is too much. Good morning. God bless you.
All right,
thank you very much.
Oh, he didn't tell us his name. Where he's calling from. All right, I think he's right, but then I still feel that they could have shown a little more seriousness.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Tola, Mr. Bimbo.
Good morning, Mr. John.
John calling from Ilorin.
To have you, sir.
The way and the manner in which the government secured the release of those Kirby school guys shows that we don't need to be beating around the bush. We don't need to be sending our security men to go and look for any bandit or any terrorist. Because it is glaring that the government was able to sit with these terrorists before whatever they pay to them. All the federal government needs to do now is to create a ministry of kidnapped Nigerians. Create a ministry of kidnapped Nigerians.
And terror negotiations.
And put the minister there. Even Mr. Bimbo can be the minister. So that whenever anybody is kidnapped, you already know them. All you do is to tell the minister to go and meet them. And when the minister goes there, he just says, Salam alaikum, we learn that you have kidnapped our people again. How much do you want to take? So that you just hand over the money to them and bring them back. Because the way it's looking at, they will not need to be going to any bush. Go and look for them. Go and look for who? Someone you sat down with and negotiate. How can you declare someone wanted and yet the person came to your bank and spraying you money, and yet the sponsor is everywhere as a wanted person? So let's create ministry of kidnapped Nigeria and have a minister there so that we know we are living together. There is no need of disturbing anybody again. That is the truth. Enjoy your day. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Well, maybe we can put it this way: agency for the negotiated retrieval of abducted Nigerians. Then we'll have a DG in charge of the agency. I think that sounds better.
Yes.
We may not need to have a minister, just an agency and the DG in charge of these things. So,
hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Calling from Oluyole.
Good to have you, Sir Joe Michael.
Mr. Tola Terima.
Yes, sir.
Whenever the issue of state police comes up, it seems you are not aligned with it. Sorry, sir. I beg for. What I'm saying is this: let's give state police a trial. Yes, let's try it. And if it doesn't work, we can back out. But let's give it a trial. Because the way they say it's going on in this country, Nigeria is bleeding. Oh, God bless you. I feel nice at work.
Well, whatever reservations I have about state police, maybe the workability of Amotekun could have dispelled all that. But what I saw yesterday, like I said, that I still insist on it, the body language of those governors. It was as if politics took more center stage than the security situation of the country and the threat to the region. That's what I said I'm worried about. And but like the previous caller before you said, we should look at their intention and we should support them for whatever it is worth.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Were.
Good to have you.
Now, I'm talking about the good of army and police in Mohammed and Monmouth. So if you don't forget about bandits, you recruit more and book around to plan you, if you want to recruit them more. Thank you much.
Thank you, Mr. Nweren. Okay, I still have one or two more calls. Just one more call.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
I am Admola from Brazil.
Good morning, Mr. Demola.
On security and other things. See, we have the federal police and federal security agencies. We have the Amotekun and they are doing well. So, and government should do the needful. They should defend our people from adversities with weapons of increasing power. Government should spend more developing federal security capabilities. This is because some have the capability, and we hope we will counter the terrorist threats. And Shilima Kinde and others projects. Shilima Kinde is committed to work, and he's doing well on infrastructure. The circular.
Well, thank you, Mr. Demola. We just have to go. Check your time is 7:30, and we'll be back for a fresh edition of Conversation. Same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akombi. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy your day.